out of the shadows.
ALEC is a nationwide consortium of elected state legislators working side by side with some of America's most powerful corporations.
ALEC is a corporate dating service for lonely legislators and corporate special interests.
A Wisconsin state rep is exposing ALEC's agenda.
Each year, close to 1,000 bills, based at least in part on ALEC model legislation, are introduced in the states.
With everything from voter ID laws to harsher prison sentences to dismantling EPA regulations.
An average of 20% become law.
This is the Death Star.
Joining me tonight is Wisconsin State Representative Chris Taylor. Chris, good to have you with us tonight. There's, I think, a congratulations in order here. What an innovative thing. Get inside the House and find out exactly what they're doing. Why did you choose to join ALEC, and how did this all come about, and how productive has it been for you?
Well, thanks so much for having me, Ed. I chose to join ALEC because I saw bills coming through our state legislature that we had never seen before. The attack on workers, the rollback of collective bargaining rights, shoot-to-kill policies, expansion of private unaccountable voucher schools at the expense of our public schools. So I chose to join ALEC to find out where were these bills coming from. And I did have a predecessor, Mark Pocan, who's now in Congress, who started going to these meetings. I took over his seat when he left for Congress and continued this kind of tradition we have now in this state of following what they do. The people need to know where these policies are coming from that are rolling through their state legislatures that don't benefit them. Who they benefit, what they benefit are big corporations, and their design, these model policies that ALEC is rolling out all around this country in so many states are really designed to maximize corporate profits. They're not for the people. In fact, so many of these policies hurt the people.
Representative Taylor, is it boilerplate? Is it to the letter? Is it to the T? I mean, how accurate are these bills being put together by ALEC, and then how they show up in your state?
They're pretty close, Ed. I mean, I have started now, when we debate on the floor, to bring the model bill from ALEC that is of issue. You know, we've had this incredible attack on workers. We've had efforts in the state assembly to roll back the ability of local entities to pass living wage ordinances. We've had a fight over even raising the minimum wage to $10.10. So these are very, very close, these policies, very close to what we're actually seeing pass in the state of Wisconsin.
How do you get treated at these conventions? They know you're a lefty. I mean, how does this unfold?
Well, it's very interesting. They are a 501c3 corporation. They are nonpartisan. They can't discriminate against me. I am a member. They would probably lose their tax-exempt status if they started saying people who were Democrats or people who were progressive couldn't go to their meetings. So they do. I have noticed, this was now my third ALEC conference that I just got back from. They have, you know, they have staff who are watching me pretty closely, but I really do go wherever I want to go. I go to the subcommittees. I go to the task force. I sit, I observe what's happening, and people should be very, very alarmed about what is happening, that their state legislators are not advancing policies that actually help them, but help these big out-of-state corporations. And that's really what's going on.
What's the big alarm right now? Like, for instance, where do they stand on environmental issues right now? How aggressive are they going to be, because there are so many deniers out there? Do they support these deniers?
Right. Absolutely. I mean, there are groups there like the Heartland Institute that, you know, are absolutely some of the biggest climate change deniers. But the big issue right now are these new EPA proposed regulations that will regulate carbon emissions from coal-fired power plants. ALEC members, you know, coal is king at ALEC. I mean, you have big coal companies. You have Peabody Energy there. You have ExxonMobil. You have big gas and oil interests being represented. So that's king. They're going totally apoplectic on these proposed regulations. There was some representatives saying this is going to be the political tsunami that they're going to start. And there was a lot of discussion about states just totally ignoring these regulations and not participating at all.
And finally, what do you do with this knowledge? I mean, you come back and give a seminar in Wisconsin about this is what really is going on. I mean, what do you do with this?
Well, you know, my goal is really to educate people about what is happening both in my own state and around this country.
Sure.
That we have a group that is not accountable to the people, and we have state legislators that are advancing policy items that are rolling back workers' rights, are taking money from our good public schools to privatize public education, that are gutting environmental regulations. So I want to get the word out. I want to make sure people know that this Scott Walker agenda that we see in the state of Wisconsin, this is an ALEC agenda. This agenda does not benefit the people of the state.
All right. Chris Taylor, representative from Wisconsin. Great to have you with us tonight here on The Ed Show. Good work.